Rise and Shine episode with your host, Joe Dinsdale from Multi-Therapy. I'm a Canadian hypnotist slash psychotherapist in Canada, Ontario. And on these episodes, these lives, we do just some fun catching up with the community. Today, as you can see, I am dressed up a little bit because it is Halloween. And if you know anything about me, I do love a good Halloween. Why is it? I don't know. Maybe it's from my childhood, all those lovely experiences. Maybe it's because I finally have an excuse to dress up like anything I want to be. I can step into the shoes of so many different characters and just have a fun time. Yeah, so tell me, you guys, in the comments below what you are going to be this Halloween. I thought it would be kind of fun today to do a little bit of makeup. Let me tell you, I'm definitely not a professional makeup artist by any means. However, I thought I would give it a shot. People were a bit disappointed I didn't buy that duplicate, that Walmart, what do you call it? The Walmart costume that kind of looks like my face. So I thought it would be fun to try to recreate the makeup look today. Hi Nichelle, how's it going? Happy Halloween. Are you dressing up this year? I know I am. Or at least we're gonna have fun trying to do the makeup look. Let me pull up the picture of this Walmart skeleton queen I'm talking about. Skeleton queen. There it is. It's super easy to find online. It has a 1-star review. It's got 1 star. Let's see here. There she is. My little doppelganger. We're gonna try to recreate that makeup look today. Hi Ovo, how are you doing? Are you in the Halloween mood? I know I am. We're gonna try to do some spooky Halloween makeup. Hi Pervez. Hi Delov, how are you doing? We're doing some makeup. That's right. I'm no professional makeup artist, okay guys? If you're joining in here thinking, oh yeah, she knows what she's doing. No. This is gonna be an absolute mess, let me tell you. But that's half the fun, isn't it? I'm doing good, I'm excited. Do you guys celebrate Halloween where you're at? I know some countries don't, some countries do. Okay, bye Ovo, see you later. Let's see here. So if we're doing a spooky skeleton, I'm thinking we should start, which side of the face should I do? Maybe, I'm thinking this side. Let's do this side. Hi Vicus, how are you doing? I'm going to try to recreate that silly Walmart skeleton look today. And I'm very scared to do this because I have never attempted something so bold. I have a lot of friends who are very talented. Demi, the faceless roommate, oh my gosh, she is goals when it comes to makeup. But guess what? You'll never see it because she doesn't have a face. You're doing good. That's great to hear, Vicus. Happy Halloween. Vicus, do you celebrate Halloween? I'd love to hear from you guys if you are, what you're gonna dress up as. What have you been in the past too? I'd say my most iconic look was a vampire anteater that I made with my mom. It was really great. It was kind of like this helmet thing that we made with the long anteater nose. You don't celebrate Halloween? Oh man. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's really cool to learn. Safan, hi. How are you doing? You like these glasses? I'm part hypnotist, guys. Check out my hypnosis videos if you haven't seen them before. I actually have a whole video wearing these glasses, I think. Part hypnotist, part therapist. That's why it's fun to have more than one niche, guys. I appreciate everybody supporting all of the different weird videos that I make, including makeup tutorials from somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Yeah. Do you guys have anything similar to Halloween, Vicus? Maybe talk about some holidays we might not know of. That'd be kind of fun. I don't even know where I'm starting. I'm just going in, guys. We're just going for it. So fun. I love you too. DBA. Oh, that's nice, guys. I'm getting a lot of love. I wish I could have the photo that like my reference photo up here too. Oh, maybe I can. Hold on. If I do the green screen effect, maybe I could pop it up in the background. Oh, amazing. Yes, please. So this girl here is what I'm going for. I'm gonna be the other half of her face, and then I can like try to line up my face with hers. Hi, Spots on Pause. Love the name. That's unique. What does that mean? Okay, DBA. Happy Halloween! I wasn't planning on doing this, guys. I actually had to run out this morning to buy this makeup. Just because I was like, you know what? Let's do something Halloween themed. Could be a lot of fun. Especially since I don't know what I'm doing, so it's going to be probably disastrous by the end. It's getting in my hair. That's what she said. Richard. Hi, Richard. How are you doing? The commission, right? Okay, yeah. Was that you, Richard, who was emailing me? Let me just double check. Okay, yeah. You're welcome, Richard. You're very welcome. We'll figure it out. Sorry I haven't emailed you back. I did see your answer. Your friend Elgin said I should have his name. Oh. Okay, interesting. Rika says we have a holly celebration here. Ooh. You put every colors on everyone's face and drop water. That's so funny. I've always wanted to check that out, Vicus. I have seen videos of that. It looks like a lot of fun. I like the before and after videos that people do. It's like before Holly and after Holly, and they're just like absolutely destroyed with color. Like, what a great idea. I love that. All right, Richard, take care. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Ailton, thank you. Thanks for the love. Okay. What should I start with, guys? You think I should start with the eyeball? Or... yeah, I feel like I should start with the eye or the mouth, maybe. What do you think? Oh my gosh, this looks so much crazier in person. Now, let's talk about Halloween stories. So, growing up, there's that awkward phase, you know, when it's like, do I still trick or treat or am I too old, okay? So I was in that phase and I was like, I don't know if I'm too old to trick or treat or not, but me and my friend, we wanted candy, so we went out in some costumes, which kind of covered our faces. And It was really funny because I went to this school that was like a little bit more intense, there was like a lot of kind of behavioral issues at the school. And we were walking down the street with our loot bags, and this guy, like, he never bullied me per se, he was a bully. But I saw him on the street, and I was like, uh oh. And then he saw us, he was with a group of friends too, and he started chasing us. I think he was gonna steal our candy. But fortunately, we ran pretty fast, so we were able to get away. Yeah, spooky Halloween memory there, you guys. But he had no idea that, like, I knew him. He just screamed, hey, and then started running towards me, and I was like, oh, heck no. I don't know what's about to happen, but we're out of here. Vicus, Holly is quite similar to Tomatino Festival in Brazil. Is that where they're throwing all these, like, squishy tomatoes at everybody? That looks a lot of fun, too. We need something like that in Canada. We don't really throw anything at each other during any events yet. Maybe we could throw, I don't know, like leaves at each other. We got a lot of maple leaves happening right now. The big Maple Leaf Fest of 2026. Who will join me? Hi, Mark. Hi, Ailton. Happy Halloween. We're going spooky today. You guys can see the picture behind me, right? I hope you can. Nick Nova, you're Amish. What's Halloween? Oh, really? Halloween is a lot of things to a lot of different people, but I'd say the most simplest terms is it's where we all get dressed up and you pass out candy to the kids who are all dressed up. There's a lot of like interesting history behind why Halloween exists. I think it has pagan roots, but obviously, like we do as human beings, we transform something completely differently than what the original holiday or event was. Like, for example, Christmas. Like, what is Christmas even these days? With the Santa Claus and the elves and the presents. I definitely don't think that's what it started as, but that's how it ended. Yeah, I remember this fun fact about Santa is that the red coat was technically invented by Coca-Cola. Like there was, what's his name? Saint Nicholas was the guy, the origin of Santa Claus, and Coca-Cola was the one who dressed him up in the iconic red suit, and from there it's just become lore, I guess. Happy Halloween, IX. Welcome. We're doing some spooky Halloween makeup. Good morning. Oh. Thanks, Nick Nova. I figured I'm so gullible, you guys. Please don't trick me because I will fall for it. That's happened several times while I'm doing lives. Because, like, why would I think you're joking? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess why would Amish... Well, I don't know. We have a lot of Amish close by, actually. There's this thing called Facebook Market. Oh, not Facebook Market. St. Jacob's Market. And it's run by an Amish community. And I like to go there for sour bread because the sour bread is incredible there. Usually my friend goes with me too. So we love St. Jacob's Market. Okay. Oh gosh, you guys, this looks insane. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna take a therapeutic method here and say don't go for perfection. Just have fun with the process. I'm glad it looks a lot better on camera actually than in person. Yeah, it's a true fact. You can Google check me if you want. All right. So this girl, she kind of blends it here. I'm just gonna go in for the eye makeup now. Let's do it. Oh, okay. It looks so much better on the camera. I'm so happy you guys aren't here in person because, oh, wow. I know, don't get too scared, you guys. I'm still a nice monstery lady. As far as you know. There is this great book, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, called The Halloweener. And it's about a wiener dog. And he is bullied by all of his friends because his mom dresses him up as a hot dog for Halloween. But then he becomes the hero of the story because his friends get scared by a pumpkin monster and they get all stuck in the water. So Frank, the Halloweener dog, uses his hot dog costume like a flotation device and like swims out to them and saves them. So you guys, if you ever got made fun of your costume, just know you're actually a hero for doing something fun. And you're never too old to dress up in some fun, spooky makeup. Facts. Oh, she actually has her makeup like all the way over her eyebrow? What? Interesting choice. Interesting choice. There we go. The Halloweener. I know, I said it and I was like, okay, I definitely need to give context now what the Halloweener is. It is such an iconic book. Yeah, it's funny how all these like memories come up during these holidays, huh? I feel like maybe it's probably just cheap makeup, but it's still pretty light no matter how much I layer it on. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's do the little details. They gave me this little pencil here. Oh, okay. Let's just start. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. That's pretty close, right? Yeah, I think that's pretty close. There we go. Oh, it feels really gross to be like drawing stuff in my eyebrows. Some people do it every day. They fill up their eyebrows with the pencils, but it's definitely not for me. I don't like that. Now, she does it kind of pointy, doesn't she? It's like a little point. Uh? Oh. Perfect. Oh my gosh, there's so many messages on hold. Hi, David. Sorry I'm missing all your messaging. I'm concentrating, guys. That's okay, David. I'm feeling pretty good. Hi, Russell. How are you doing? Calamy Kai, dear. What do I do? I am a therapist and definitely not a makeup artist, as you can see. I'm feeling good. I'm really excited for Halloween. I love Halloween. Woohoo! So we're gonna party today. I might make, I haven't carved a pumpkin yet, so I'm thinking of getting like a little small pumpkin and doing that for fun. I'm definitely not gonna keep this makeup on after, guys. This is just for this video. It looks kind of crazy. I'm feeling wonderful. Yeah, thanks for checking in with everybody, David. That's nice. Yeah, I want the fact of the day, David. David is the king of facts of the day. You can't wait for the evil skull. I am a therapist indeed. I'm doing good. I'm having a lot of fun trying to, trying to do my makeup here. I wish I had like a deep shade of her lipstick there, but I don't. I'm very much a minimalist, guys. I don't know about you, but I hate when things are super cluttered. I mean, I try my best anyways. I definitely am not like those intense people who have like everything in order, but it's more like I like to have just the necessities and that's it. And they can be scattered everywhere. Okay, Sarah, yeah. I actually made the mistake of trying to make a sign, a handmade sign saying therapist, and it did not go well. Maybe if I do like a line here. There we go. Have you guys ever been chased down by somebody? I think that's the only time, well, other than my siblings, of course, they love to mess with me like that. There we go, fill it in. Actually, last year, fun fact, or 2 years ago, we left our candy bowl on the front of our house just because we were busy that night doing some other stuff. And we watched on our ring cam as like these 4 kids basically stole all of the candy in the bowl. And I watched it live. I like went on the speaker and I was like, "Hey, one person, like one candy only." And they were just laughing and like they ran away with the candy. And I was like, "Oh my gosh." So I I did not appreciate that. That's very common though. Yes. Very unfortunate. You see, without thinking too, I kind of posted the video in like a, what do you call it? Like the city that I'm living in group and being like, "Hey, just so you know, like kids are running around stealing candy, so be careful." And it was so funny. Everybody was so upset that I posted them. And like they were not young kids, guys. They were teenagers. And they were saying, "Oh, you should take this down. Like that's just kids being kids." And I was like, "Oh, kids being kids, huh?" Nah, okay. She has that. Yeah, it was very divided. Like half the people said, yes, they need to be held accountable. And I said I would take it down. I did take it down eventually because I'm like, yeah, I don't want to cause anybody issues. But I don't believe kids will be kids. I think you should teach your kids not to steal. When it's pretty, that's the thing, guys. Like everybody knows, you take one piece of candy or 2 pieces of candy. Typically, people leave like a little sign outside if they have a bowl of candy out there, like 1 per person or 2 per person. So it's not like a crazy ass. Like they know better. I just thought it was funny that people were like defending them, saying, "Oh, that's half the fun of Halloween." And I was like, "Oh, stealing things is half the fun of Halloween." I didn't know that. I had a lot of fun without stealing stuff. Maybe I was missing out. I was doing Halloween wrong, guys. Okay. Uh, this is going interestingly. Hmm? Hmm? All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. I want the fact of the day. Yes. Hi, Colwinder. How are you doing? Okay. David's fact of the day is his friend from age 19 to 25 went from 6'3" to 6'9". Very cool. That's really tall. I don't think. No, I have. Not maybe 6'9". Definitely, I met somebody who was 6'5" before. There's this guy in university who wanted to ask me out, and I was like, nope. Not to do with his height, his personality. Okay, this is the hard part. So she actually like draws on top of her lip. And this is why I think it's like AI generated. If you can see her lip there, it just looks a little weird to me. Okay. Let's do this. Just go for it. Just go for it. Matured ones must educate the kids because they don't know what they should do. Definitely. Yeah, that was my thought anyway. So I was really surprised when everybody was saying, "Oh, that's totally fine." It wasn't everybody though. It was literally half and half. I did a poll. And I was like, "What do you guys think I should do?" And they said half the people thought, "Yeah, they should be hold accountable." The other half said, "Kids will be kids." Wow, spooky. Hi, Blackbeard. How are you doing? I know, I just gotta go for it. Your fact of the day is roses are red, violets are blue, and Johanna Dinsdale can hypnotize you. I love that fact of the day. That is very cool. Maybe I'll do a poll. I'm gonna do a poll because they're fun. Start a poll. Um, should kids steal candy from trick or treat bowls? Yes and no. Done. Third poll. I'm having a lot of fun with these polls, guys. Let's see. Hi, Blackbeard. Cool name. I'm good. Indeed, indeed. Okay, everybody's on my side this time. All right, that's good. I thought it was common knowledge not to steal stuff, but I guess for some people it's not so much. Okay, I'm blocking it with a poll. Let's see here. Doop, doop, doop. Just don't overthink it. I think that's what it... That's the key. You don't overthink it, guys. You just go for it. Okay, she actually has like an under eye thing going too, if you can see there. All right, let's just fill this in a bit more. Hers is so dark. If I put a filter on, it'll look better. I'm gonna show you a picture, guys. I'll post it in the community post of like what this looks like after, like in real life, and you're gonna laugh. Like, yeah, that was a beautiful poem. Do you guys like poetry? I don't read it very often, but when I do, I really enjoy it. Okay, there we go. Noise. And she also does this, like, I think I'm gonna have to use the sponge for this to kind of make that contour look. Again, like, this is why I'm like, is this real? It's because her contour goes straight into her mouth makeup. That's why I think there's a pretty good chance that this might actually be me. Okay. La 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 la. There we go. Wow, okay, so our poll says we got yes, 38% says just let kids steal candy from the candy bowls. And 62% say no. So it is still like a little divided. Obviously, like, I'm not saying take them to the police or anything, you know, that would be too extreme. But if you see your kid doing it, I would highly recommend telling them, hey, don't do that. Okay, and she's also got it along her jaw here as well. And that's how she makes it extra pointy. Yeah, makeup is pretty much witchcraft. You can trick people into thinking your face is a different shape. Which one? Here? Whereabouts? You don't usually read poetry unless it's in Braille. It just hits different. You know, it's like you can feel the poetry more. Wow, that's beautiful, IX. Reading it in Braille. You can read Braille, huh? That's really interesting. I know a few sign language thingies. Like, my favorite sign language sign in ASL is mosquito. It's like you're drilling into the person. I think this is like tiger. What else? This is camp. Some of the kids that I worked with at camp had new sign language, so I tried to learn a little bit. They actually gave me, fun fact, this is really cool. Sign language has names, right? So basically they pair the first letter of your name typically with something that goes along with who you are as a person. So basically for me, I was the music director at the camp at the time. So it's so cute. Okay, I think this, wait, is it M? The letter M, and you go like this is music. So my sign name was like this, which is J, but like where you would do the music sign. It was really interesting. And then my sibling's name starts with an S, so sailboat, she was the director of the sailboats in the water. So it would be like this. It's a sailboat in sign language. So her name, what is S again? Is it this? Can't remember S, but it's something like this. So it was like her name is like S sailboat. My name was J music. Yeah. Interesting stuff. It's a really cool that we can speak in so many different ways. Communication is very interesting. All right, guys. Yeah, I should darken up this side. I think we're getting there. Let's darken it up a bit. More. And blend, blend, blend. Should I become a makeup channel? What do you guys think? This is not half bad, guys. Could be worse, that's for sure. You definitely gotta blend that in way better. There we go. Blend, blend, blend. Nice. Okay, the no's are winning out. I'm curious, if you voted yes, please let me know why you voted yes. I'd love to hear the logic behind it. Okay. We almost matched up. I think so. She has a little bit of blush. What can I use for blush? I never use blush, so. I could try using lipstick, but I've heard some people using lipstick in the past as blush. Maybe not. Hey Leo, you're being a clown for Halloween? That's good. Are you really good at makeup? Yes, I can get rid of the poll now. Hold on, how do I get rid of it? Delete. Thanks for asking. I like the little sardine can thing. I've never seen that one before. Yeah, my parents used to go all out with the decor. Some of my favorite things we would do in Canada, you know, maple leaves everywhere. So people who started selling the leaf bags, like the brown leaf bags, would actually put pumpkin faces on them. So you could like fill up, they haven't been doing this recently, or I haven't seen them anywhere, but you could fill up the leaf bags, like brown paper bag leaf bags, and it would turn into like a giant pumpkin. So that was really fun. Like the whole street was covered in these like leaf bag pumpkins. There you go. This actually didn't take as long as I thought it would. I thought this would be like a 2-hour adventure. But I guess I'm just really slapping it on there, so. Yeah, if you're new here, guys, I'm a therapist in Canada, Ontario, so feel free to ask questions. We're kind of doing like a Halloween theme today. I was going to talk about maybe why people... Oh, I want to drink my drink, but look at my face. I can probably do it, right? Okay, we made it work. You got a clown mask, but your sisters ask you to do Halloween makeup on you. Ooh, Leo, which one are you gonna go for? Are you gonna wear the mask or do the Halloween makeup? Just so you know, sitting there, you gotta be very patient. You don't realize this, but makeup usually takes a really long time, guys. IX saying, I'm not saying they should steal, but it's better than some stuff we got up to as kids. Plus, it's trick-or-treating. Sometimes people would consider stealing some extra candy as a trick. That's a good point, IX. Yeah, I hadn't thought of it that way. You're right. You're absolutely right. There could be worse things they could be getting up to, for sure. And again, like if you take a few extra candies, fine. I guess. You guys are changing my mind on this now. Yeah. I guess it would be considered a trick, wouldn't it? Hi, Phil. Happy Halloween. Leo said no, because you know your little sister would want to help. Your two big sisters and I would look like a mess. That is totally fair. I think that's a very valid choice to make. Let's see what the makeup looks like with my glasses on. Ooh. I think, what would the neighbors think? Whoa, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that's fun. You know, these kind of remind me of, what's that movie? The Purge. I'm ready for The Purge, guys. Have you watched The Purge? That one's a really good, like, psychological thriller. It's the premise that the US decide, is it just the US or the world? I think they move it up to the world in the sequels, but it's like the US has a purge one day every year where all things are legal, including like, you know, unaliven people and stuff. So they go all out on that day and it gets wild. So I think I'd be ready to go to the purge like this. Guys, what would you do if you had the purge? If there was one day of the year where everything was a go, you could do whatever you wanted, would you do it? Or would you be one of those people who lock themselves in their house and just chill? Oh, thank you, John. You like it? Spooky, huh? Kensley, can you be a moderator? You've always wanted to be a moderator captain since I was a little girl. I'm 28 years old now. I just turned 28. Listen, Kensley, if you join in the conversation and we build some rapport, I would love to make you a moderator. But I'd like to know somebody for at least a few sessions first. I do live streams every weekday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, keep coming back and we'll see about that. Ooh, it's good. You've watched The Purge, eh, Leo? Nice. The Purge is a really great one. See, as like a therapist, I'm like, I feel like this would be a terrible idea. You'd just be getting a bunch of traumatized people. I mean, good for business for me, bad for business for everybody else. And I like how in the movie they're like, oh, crime has gone completely down because people just wait for the purge. It's great. But I'm like, bro, if you really made everything legal for 24 hours, you know the freaking cost it would cost the community to fix everything after the purge? I'm sure you could do enough damage that by the time the next purge rolled around, it still wouldn't be fixed, okay? So that's my thought. Kensley, you don't have any money? I'm sorry to hear that. Times are tough out there, huh? Whereabouts are you, Kensley? Are you in the US? Okay, we're getting there. IX said they'd rather not do the purge because they'd get tired of throwing away bodies every year. They come around to my house. You'd be defending your house, huh? That's what you'd be doing during the purge. Fair enough. If I had to do the purge, I would probably, and this is horrible, but this is like if I had to, I would go to the museum and get a bunch of cool stuff from my house. Is that terrible? Like, give me a few, I don't know, give me a dinosaur skull to put in my living room. How am I gonna deal with people now? I'm the cutie pie monster. Rawr. Ooh woo. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys have seen these two, but I don't really watch lives too often. So I was like, you know what? I should check out what other people are doing on live. Maybe they can get some inspo or see what everybody else is doing. And there was like this couple that just stood there saying, ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo. Just like running around their house saying ooh woo. It's like, they had like 1,000 people watching that. I'm like, you've seen that, Leo? Like, what is happening? Okay, I'm really glad that you've seen that. I'm not crazy. There's also this guy. Have you seen this, Leo? There's this guy with like a toilet seat around his head. Yeah, exactly. It's just wild. But I mean, if it works, it works. Good for them, you know? If it works, it freaking works. All right. So, details. I wish this was darker. I feel like we could get it darker, maybe. Do this bit a bit darker. Yoop. Oh, by the way, guys, my husband doesn't know I'm doing this, so I'm gonna walk out of the room and he's gonna be very surprised. I literally came up with the idea as I was driving back from, like I went to go get coffee and I came back and I was like, oh, this is a great idea. I'm doing it. Yeah, yeah. No, there's this live guy, and it's kind of sad. Have you guys seen? This is again Halloween theme, which is perfect. Have you seen that Black Mirror episode where that guy is really struggling to make money? So he joins this like it's kind of like a live stream thing where people will pay him to basically like hurt himself. It's so sad. And he's like, I really have to make this money. So he's doing it, and it's like it just gets absolutely like horrible. He's like really hurting himself. He's getting all this money to do it. And then it's like, I don't know, it's a reflection of our humanity and stuff, right? Like, what do we find as entertaining? And that's true. If you look at our history of entertainment is not great. You know, biggest example, the Colosseum. Like, what is what is wrong with us? Okay, us humans are like very prone to finding violence entertaining. Hence, like the scary movies and stuff, right? I mean, scary movies are a lot better than the other Colosseum option. We got those people fighting each other in a ring. WWE, at least it's pretty fake. I hate if I spoiled it for you if you guys really thought WWE was fake, but it just might be. Yeah. Leo jump scared your older sister. She had her boyfriend over and I felt bad because I jump scared him too with your clown mask. Hey, that's what Halloween's all about. Just fun little spooky scares. Yeah, I was talking about it last time. My friend is actually on a Netflix Halloween show. I'm so proud of her. She is on True Hauntings on the two last episodes of True Hauntings. She's the girl who's the actress. So they have like the person who's actually haunted and she's playing that person. So go check it out, guys. True Hauntings. She has a stage name. So I know her first name is Nicola, but I can't remember the last name of her stage name. So Nicola. True Hauntings on Netflix. I know a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, but I don't want to get her in trouble, so I'm not going to say anything about it. True Hauntings on Netflix. Yeah, I'm really proud of her. She's like been trying to become an actress for a very long time. And like she has been. She's been getting like commercials and stuff. Toronto's becoming more and more of like an actor's hub, you know? So I'm very excited for her. And I hope she gets a lot of roles. This is kind of, I would consider this a breakout role. So Netflix, keep casting her. We'll keep watching her. Yeah, but okay. So True Hauntings, I'll give you a bit of a, well, do you mind if I spoil the show? Okay. I'll give you the spoiler. So there's two parts to True Hauntings, right? The first part is about one guy who was haunted, and then the second part, which my friend is in, is another story, a completely different story. So I'll tell you about the first part. All right. So the first part was this really crazy story about this guy who was basically a normal dude. He was a runner, perfectionist. His dad was a pretty big perfectionist too. Really pushed him to be a good runner. So he would run every morning and he decided to go to university. He started university and this is where things get weird. He started university and was doing runs in a spooky forest, okay? And then all of a sudden, he started to get haunted. Yeah, he started to get haunted. There was this creepy, creepy figure that was showing up in his room in his dreams, and he thought he was going crazy. But fortunately, he had a friend who believed him and said, okay, this guy's haunted. Let's see if we can try to catch it on camera. And this was like, it was kind of all the rage. If you guys know who the Warrens are the people who the movies The Conjuring were based off of. So they were real like paranormal experts of the time. Annabelle was also based off of that. There's a real life Annabelle that the Warrens, I guess, worked with. I don't know how you would say that. So, yeah, his friend believed him and was trying to help him capture this ghost on camera. And so they did take a few photos of him trying to like call out to the ghost, and they did have some like distortions of the camera. So that was the start of like, maybe it's something. So he had a roommate, okay, and they were really good friends, but the roommate ended up also seeing the ghost thing basically hovering above him. And he was so scared that the guy dropped out of school immediately and moved out. And he was on the interview too. So they interview all these people who experienced this, right? And this is where it's like, okay, at first I'm like, maybe he had something like mentally wrong with him. You know, as a therapist, I'm like, oh, what could be like the underlying things that are occurring here? But then it gets even weirder because it starts happening to other people too. And that's where you're like, is it like a mass hysteria type moment or what? So basically, the main guy who's getting haunted was like, okay, let's try calling a priest in. And the priest is also interviewed in this show. So the priest was like, okay, I'm going to come on in. I don't really believe in ghosts, but this guy was clearly like terrified, so I'm going to help him out and just bless the room or whatever. And he goes in there and he says, oh my gosh, I could feel a presence, and the room got ice cold while he was praying, and he could feel something looking at him through the closet. And he's like, I didn't believe in ghosts before, but now I do after that experience. But he didn't tell the guy about that. He said, okay, I've blessed your room. I think you're good now. He didn't want to scare him. So he left. And after that, though, so the guy's room was blessed, and the ghost was pissed off because he couldn't haunt this guy anymore. So he thought like the ghost started popping up with other people. And by this point, his friend, who was like the camera, like taking photos guy, told everybody else in the school about basically what was happening. He was like, "Oh, this guy, he's getting haunted." The main guy was super pissed. He's like, "Why would you tell everybody that? Everybody's gonna think I'm crazy." But they made up. They became friends again. Thank you, hyper silly girl. Where are we? Okay, yeah. So people started to realize, okay, this is pretty real. Like, this guy's getting haunted. These other girls are starting to see ghosts too. People were like falling over and having visions. And again, it could be mass hysteria because there was already that premonition of there's a haunting in the school, right? So any experience that people are having, it might be that, right? But this is the fun part too. So the Warrens, remember the Warrens I was talking about, those paranormal experts that The Conjuring was based off of? They end up doing a seminar at his university. And of course, this is his big break. He says, okay, let's talk to the Warrens about this. Maybe they can help me. But guess what happens? He goes up to the Warrens to talk to them, and the wife says, don't touch me. She says, I'm not going to talk to you. I won't shake your hand. And she like whispered to her husband everything. They both looked at him like, oh dang. And he was so embarrassed. This guy was like a very like, I don't know, he's just like a typical teenager, right? He felt so embarrassed that the Warrens did this. And it was kind of in front of everybody too. Like it was right at the end of the seminar. He went up to talk to them. And so he ran out. Yeah. Thank you, hyper silly girl. Appreciate that. The scariest horror movie is probably It. That one will scare me the most. So where does this go? He runs out. He's been calling the ghost Tommy this whole time as kind of a nickname, so he just like wanted to name the thing. And at this point, he can hardly sleep. Like, he's just constantly getting haunted again. I think, like, he moved rooms at one point, so, like, the room wasn't blessed anymore, so he got haunted again. It's just wild. Um, so, what happens next? Oh, yeah. He asked his dad to come stay over, and the dad is, like, this really serious, I think he's Italian guy, and he's saying, my son's looking really sick and scared, so I'll stay in the room. I said, I'm going to make sure you get a good sleep tonight. And he's sitting in the room, staying awake. I think possibly the guy told him about what was happening, and that's when he felt that the room suddenly went ice cold, and he felt that presence, something looking at him in the closet at around 3 a.m. And the guy was like in the interview saying, I've never experienced anything like that, haven't experienced anything like that again. And then when his son woke up, he didn't tell him what he felt, but he said, maybe you should switch rooms or something. That was kind of his advice to his son, was like, there's something in that closet there. Yeah, so they start to do their own research, trying to figure out what the heck this thing was. That's when they realized that when he was doing the morning runs, he was passing by a gravestone. And this gravestone, interesting enough, the person's name was Thomas, and he had been calling the ghost Tommy. And once they discovered this, it turns out that Tommy had a very unfortunate ending. He was, I think, some kind of colonizer, and the First Nations people got their hands on them and did a lot of unsavory things to him before he was unalived. And then they also found a weird connection because his great 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 grandfather or something like that had been the one to discover the body. Again, it's just like these weird parallels. Yeah, so after that, he was just at his wit's end, so he ran over to the gravestone and started yelling at the ghost, basically. It's like, leave me alone! You can't do this anymore! Be free! And then he said he felt this big rush of wind come over him, and he was like, ah! And then the ghost never appeared again. So that was True Hauntings part 1. If you guys want to check out part 2, that's my friend's episode. Hi, Shell. How are you doing? Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween, everybody. I love that you guys talk to each other in the chat. That makes me happy. So, actually, timed that out pretty well. I finished my spooky story and my makeup. I think this is the final look. Oh, I guess I can do my mascara, of course. Can't forget that. As you can see, it's not very blended, but c'est la vie. There we go. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I'll have you know, sir, I am a skeleton queen. See, this lady right here is actually not me, if you can believe it. This lady right here is a Walmart ad that looks a lot like me. Yeah, we gotta do a side by side, don't we? Are you scared, Vicus? Are you scared of that story? Have you guys ever seen any ghosts? Let me know in the comments. Or do you believe in ghosts? That's what I want to know too. I think, in my personal opinion, I think there's things that we will never understand. So don't mess with them. I am about to curse my family by accident. Ain't happening. Okay, so let me try to back it up so I'm like the same size as her. What you doing? What do you guys think? Are we twinning? I think I nailed it, guys. I think if only I did my eyebrows a bit more like hers. She's got the very arched eyebrows. All right. Thanks for sticking around, guys, for my Halloween makeup tutorial. Really appreciate you all, and I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.